can't believe we finally got this all to work.
Yes, we're all together here. You with all the girls. Yeah.
Yay! Well, and it's honestly my pleasure to connect us all together because we're all kind of makers. So
Yes, yeah.
first, I'm
Yeah.
gonna let my leaders introduce themselves.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi, so I'm Shane, and I just think overall my favorite part about being part of this is reaching out to new students and creating new partnerships just outside of our local community.
Very good. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. My name's Shravani. I got introduced to this club through Delaney, and through this, I've been able to got so many opportunities to teach kids outside from our local area of Washington, and through that, all these opportunities have been really memorable. So I'm looking forward for new experiences.
Nice. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Katie, and I'm really excited to see new high schools, new members get excited about this.
Hi, I'm Irene, and my favorite part about this is being able to give back to the community and being able to grow as a person and be able to also grow together with people that I care about.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Delaney. My favorite thing about the club has been growing as a leader, a teacher, and presenter.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name's Bunby, and we partnered with an organization called Foundry 10, and they provided us with a grant to create Microbit kits and send them down to an elementary school in Fresno, California.
That's
And
cool.
we were able to teach the kids for about 2 months, and it was really rewarding and fun. And we can't wait to have more experiences like this in the future.
I can imagine. Yeah. Well, I'm Pauline Maas. I'm an ICT teacher in the Netherlands. I teach visual impaired children. I'm originally from ICT, and I gave up my ICT job and I thought I want to have more female colleagues. I have to start in education. And then I found out there were hardly any books for coding, so I started writing them. So, and now hopefully my next book will come out about the microbit, because I was instantly in love with the microbit, really. Because it is coding and it is making, and I really love that combination. So I'm excited to hear, what have you done with your lessons with the children?
This started as a maker group. So the connection that we have with you is super awesome because you've been doing so many amazing things with Maker, and it's kind of helped these leaders to kind of take Maker from let's do this project into wait a minute, let's start training other people on how to use this content. So it's been super cool, but I'm really excited to hear what you're going to tell us about what you're doing with Maker Ed.
Yeah, well, the reason I really were instant in love with the microbit, because it is always making. It's not just coding, but it is making too. So I think one of the first things, of course, putting the LED lights on the microbit, and then I started testing with the LED lights. So I have here one of my first projects is a LED flower with a LED light going on, and then I love to hack things. So let me get here. So for instance, I very often buy Christmas lights, and I attach them to the microbit. Or here I have lots of material here. So for instance, I have this table with the microbit attached to it. So if I shake the microbit, the light will go on and off. So if I go to you have this $1 shops, and in Europe we have this €1 shops. I always go in there and come back with things I like to hack with the microbit, because I think that is fun. Yeah.
So in our events, our team has been doing different maker projects. Some include the soil moisture project, the light sensor project, and even in one of our events, we had students purchase a Microbit robot, which was a very fun experience. They got to learn how motors worked, and they learned how RGB LEDs work as well. I guess as a question, what potential project ideas do you have that we could incorporate in our outreach events?
Well, I think you have to start really slow. You know, first a LED light, just very simple, and then continue making a flower like this. And I always like to hack things. So, for instance, we have in Holland this €1 shops. I think you have the $1 shops. Then I buy Christmas lights and I hack it. I cut it apart and I will hack it and put it in a project. Or here is this I have this saber light. You see, I just open it and I hack it and I put a microbit on it. So I always like to do that. And for instance, I have like a Barbie here. I have the Barbie. I have all kinds of projects here lying around. So I hope it's working. So I hacked a Barbie and the LED lights go on. And you just have to open the back of it. And you know what's fun? It's so fun to say, okay, grab the Barbie of your sister and you're going to hack it tonight. So, and then you continue making projects with the LED light. For instance, I made like this infinity cubic. You know, this really cool infinity cubic with LED strips, which is really fun to make. And it looks really cool. And of course, it was a lot of work, but also very fun to make. So start really small, just light up one light and then continue making it and making it bigger and bigger. And I always use like a design canvas. So they have to start in projects. What do you want to make? And then continue making it. So, for instance, I walk on these shoes, on my Microbit shoes. When there is a conference, I walk on these Microbit shoes. And I put LED lights on all of my clothes, always, you know. I just love that, yeah. And then I always find it the servo motor fun to make things with the servo motor, but also I think it is a kind of difficult because it's only one servo motor which really can be touched to the microbit. So have you worked with the servo motor already in your classes? Can you tell me?
Yes. So in our most recent event, we provided students with servos, alligator clips, and just a bunch of other materials. And we did a day just designated to servos, and we taught them how to wire servos and attach servos. Yeah, so that's just one.
And what do you use for power for the microbites?
Well, they plugged it into their laptops. They also had a battery pack that we provided as well. So if they wanted, they could separately use it away from their laptop.
Yeah, okay. But I think those kind of tools where you can put in more, that is really easy. Or this is a power bank. Very often, especially for the servo motors, I use a power bank. Yeah. And with the servo motors, it's always fun to make. For instance, I have like this project here. Yeah. Can you see? So I have like, let's see if it's working. Yes. So this is really fun. It's a lot of making, and the code is really simple, but it is fun to make. And then the next step is, for instance, making like this monster over here. See if it is working. Of course, not working. Yeah. Yes, there it is. Wow. Yeah. And here is the new Microbit is in here, which has a sound sensor. So if I make a lot of sound, it goes open, and I just put in funny things on the top of it, of course. And this is my last project. Oh, it is for an Arduino. Yeah, made, but I just hacked it to make it with the Microbit, for instance. Do you see it? Yeah. So on top of it, here are 4 servo motors and 2 microbits. with a servo motors board where you can attach like 2 servo motors really easy. And I have a remote control as a microbit here. So this is a kind of project, you know, when you start really simple like here with the servo motor, then you continue making things. And this is one of the last projects I made with the servo motor.
So are you using the Bluetooth then for the microbit that's operating the puppet?
No, that is just a normal radio signal.
That's radio signal.
So not Bluetooth. You can use the Bluetooth, so you can use your phone to code the microbit, or you can say make a selfie. You know, then you connect with Bluetooth.
Yeah. I have a question. So you said that you use like Arduino on your puppet project. What board did you use, and like how did it connect? I guess everything together.
I first made it with Arduino, and then I was getting kind of frustrated that I thought it is very I thought it was kind of difficult, and then I thought I can make it much easier with the microbit. And then it worked, and then I understand it. So I think if you make something and you really don't know how it's working, then you don't learn something about it. So then I just changed it. Yeah. And what I like is to make those kind of projects. The kids like to make it. Do you know that? It's like an electronic game that you have attached it, and then on the back lots of cables, and then have a good or a fault. So yeah, and I like to, of course, make things with special lights, which you can embroider. You can put it on clothes, yeah, on other things, yeah. Then you use a wire, which is conductive wires on here, yeah. So, and what are your plans to do after the kids? Will you go live teaching too, or is it only online that you teach?
Right now it's only online because of COVID, but hopefully once we're back in school in person, we can start doing some more in-person events. But right now we've transferred to entirely virtual teaching and learning.
Yeah. Have you found out the Maycode environment where you can stream your lesson, or have you found out the Microbit classroom which you can give a code to the students and then they can make it? Because I heard you made special projects in the Maycode that you gave like a starting code. Can somebody tell me about what you're doing?
So a lot of our lessons are done in person, like in real time instead of as pre-recorded videos. That way we can address any questions that the kids might have, or just it creates like a better like interaction between us and then who we're teaching. But then I think one of the like really nice things about Microbit is how easy it is to program and just to code it. So even though it's like hard because it's like virtual and it's sometimes harder to teach things, the fact that the interface and just the overall coding process is so simple makes it really nice to teach it to other people.
And you don't see that if they really get it, you know, because you don't see them, or it's difficult for you to see what they are really doing. Yeah. Or do they share their screen if they don't understand? Yeah.
Sometimes we ask them to turn their cameras on, but even if they don't do that, it's pretty easy to like talk to them. Well, we worked with the California kids and they're pretty talkative, so we were able to really communicate with them and see if they were doing well or if they didn't understand something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I guess usually it is hard in a virtual environment to really understand what the kids are doing and if they're understanding the work we're teaching.
Yeah, I can understand. Yeah. And how is the teacher is picking everything up? Do they understand what they are doing? Can they help the kids?
Oh, Mrs. Dunbar is amazing. So she's already doing things with them as well. I think it really helped too, because these were kids that kind of understood a lot about computer science already. So when we were able to come in and show them things, these leaders were showing them more of kind of the basics of arrays. They were teaching fifth graders arrays with the Microbit. They were showing how to do loops. They began the very first days with talking about some of those basics of programming. So it became more of a workshops about programming, and then the Microbit is just that piece, right, that we all have, right? Shravani, do you have yours here? Where's our microbits? We should pass around. You guys, do you have, who doesn't have one? Here, somebody need one? Katie, do you need one? But it did. Oh, sorry, Irene. Here you go. Maybe we could pass it over. Can you hand it over to her, Shravani, and pass it to Irene? But no, I think the part that we really loved was how accessible. Oh, and you guys look at the sound volume picking up mine. Do you guys see that on the Microbit? It's picking up me talking. But one of the things I think that we really appreciated was the fact that this little tool can do so much, from Maker to just talking about programming interfaces.
Yeah, and I really think it is fun that they're really going to make things, because if you explain the basic of it, because they know how to let a LED light, because then you know how you can let a LED light. So now what are you going to make with it? Because now you know how you can make music and you can let a light. So what is your project now going to be? Think, and then they have to take it small steps, but I think that is the most fun. Yeah.
So I guess we can quickly make a small circuit. So if you have LED, take that, and you want to put the long wire on 3 volts right here, and you want to put the short wire on ground. So when you do that, your LED will light up. It's just a small little circuit that you can create. The power comes from 3 volts, and then the circuit ends in ground.
Thank you. Nice. So you can test your LED light with that, if it's working.
Yes.
I just want to say thank you so much for watching and joining us today. We're always looking forward to making new relationships and helping out all across the country now. And we hope that you guys reach out to us so we can educate more.
You have some amazing girls. It's so much fun to see what they are doing, and they are having fun and doing these coding clubs and online, which is of course much more difficult than doing it in real life. So very good job. Nice. Yeah.
I won't ever take credit for them. They are amazing people on their own. I just get a chance to work alongside of them and kind of coach them in these activities. But like they said, we are always looking for more people. So it'd be great if we could even make this E2 take wings and do even more things that we haven't done yet.
That would be good. I have some content for you, so that will be fun. Yeah.
So I guess we have one more thing. It's the actual hands-on piece. You can't go away from E2 without some hands-on. So we've got 3 ideas for activities. We were thinking one activity might be what Pauline showed you in the video, like actually doing make code in the browser, having some projects you could share with everybody at the end. That would be great. You don't need any microbits, but you could have them, but you can make one if you have one. The other activity we thought was some people need to check out Streamer. So I'm going to have because Pauline showed me, I'm going to make a video that shows you how to use Streamer, and then you're going to make your own versions of Streamer. And you're not limited to using Streamer for make code. You can do Circuit Playground Express. You can do Maker content with different peripherals, and you can even do it with coding in Minecraft. So many cool tools with make code. And then the third event was maybe you get a chance to show us what you're doing with make code in your microbits. So make your own, just post up your own videos so that way we can share and really make this a full global opportunity. Thank you all.
So we made this flip grid, and everybody can post on this flip grid. So we will leave the link here. So we are excited to look at all your nice videos doing maker things with the microbit and other things. So Melissa, it was such a pleasure to talk to each other.
I'm already sad.
See each other live. If there is a, we will do that.
Yes. So, thank you all. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
See you. Bye. Bye.